guess what day it is? It's Monday. You know, it's my favorite day of the week. I just love Mondays. Mondays. I love Mondays. OMG. Okay, so I don't know if any of you caught the Oscars last night. There's only two reasons I watched the Oscars. I could care less what movie receives what Oscar, whatever, I don't care. But what I do care about is watching the fashion, because I want to see the dresses and the outfits, and, you know, Rihanna knocked it out of the park in that leather dress. Even though she's pregnant, it just was beautiful. Like, there were so many beautiful dresses. But anyways, that's not the reason I solely watched these award shows. One is the fashion, but the other is the acceptance speeches. And I'm telling you what, there were people last night winning Oscars. Let's put Jamie Lee Curtis out there. The woman is roughly around my age. I don't know if she's a year younger or a year older. Somewhere, maybe a couple years. I think she's 64. Anyways, her and the other Asian guy that won, can't even remember his name now, K-E-Y, I don't remember his name, Kai. And then the Asian lady. I mean, like, all three of them, let's just use those three as examples. All three of them are what Hollywood standards would be past their prime. Because, you know, it used to be back in the day, if you were past your prime, you weren't even looked at to be in movies, or let alone win an award. And now it just goes to show you, and every single one of them had the most amazing acceptance speeches. And they all talked about never giving up on your dream. And the guy, I think it's, I want to pronounce it right because I don't want to dishonor him, but I think it's Kai, K-E-Y or something like that, or K-U-Y. He had started out as a child actor and worked his way up for so many years, and then literally has been disappeared, like out of the movie scenes for more than a decade. And then he was cast as one of the members in this movie, and now he won an Oscar, you know. But he talked about how he had come over on a boat and spent a year in a refugee camp. And he said to go from that to standing on stage at the Oscars and accepting an Oscar, like he said, you know, dreams do come true. You guys can catch all of this on the internet if you look it up. So if you don't believe me, go look it up. Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, we have watched her for decades. She's been in everything, anything, everything. Never has she ever, I don't even know if she's ever been nominated for an Oscar. Same thing, she's 64, like she goes and wins an Oscar. And she thanked not only her cast members, but she thanked all of us that continue to watch her in her movies. The Asian lady, Lord, I should have done my homework and figured out these people's names. But anyways, same thing, in her 60s. You know, so you got three actors and actresses that never gave up. And they said that in their acceptance speeches, you know, never give up. Never give up. And she even said,
ladies, don't let anybody tell you you are ever past your prime. Never give up.
And so, you know, you guys hear me talk about this all the time. Don't let other people squash your dreams. You know what your dreams are. You know how to go after them. And those three, I just want to bring that to your attention, is those three never gave up. And they're continuing to not give up. And I'm like, they're just, and even the guy that played in The Whale, he hasn't been in anything serious for well over 10 years. And he won an Oscar for his performance in The Whale. And so just all four of those people just giving their acceptance speeches and bringing all of us to tears as they cried, it just makes me want to tell you guys, just don't give up, you know? And people are always saying to me, why do you continue to work? Why do you continue to do what you do? And I'm like, because I still have dreams and I still have things that I want to do and accomplish before my time is up. And so don't ever let someone tell you that your dream is not important, or that, oh, time's up. You don't need to worry about that anymore. I'm like, there is no time limit on anything. You know, the time limit is when you're going into your coffin, I guess, because up until then, I'm going to be feverishly still working towards all of my dreams and everything I want to have happen to come true also. And I've said it many a time. I don't care if it was becoming a mom, becoming a great wife, becoming Mrs. Houston and Mrs. Texas, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, standing naked in Times Square, being a bodybuilder, winning the US Open, starting businesses, selling successful businesses, becoming a social media influencer. It just, you know what? There is no age limit to what you want to have happen. There are people, look at Clint Eastwood. How old is Clint Eastwood now? 91? I don't know. Still working. What does that man have to prove in life anymore? Nothing. He is an icon. But he's still out there doing work, being a great actor, you know, and so don't ever let somebody say, oh, what do you have to prove? Like, why do you still think you need to prove anything? It's not proving anything. We still are just making our dreams come true. So hopefully you guys get my message today in Motivational Monday. So I just wanted to throw that out there because it is Motivational Monday, but also it is part 2 of the house tour. So you'll notice on Friday you didn't get to see the entire first floor, which was planned and filmed. But anyways, mishaps happen, and so today you are going to get to see the rest of the first floor. So take what you saw Friday. Friday you saw the intro, you saw the master suite or the primary suite, you saw the theater or the media room, and you saw my closet. That was it. Well, there's an entire house for you to see still. Oh, and you got a glimpse of the dining room. So anyways, today we want you to finish seeing the family room, the bar area, the formal living room, the kitchen, the catering kitchen, the second guest suite downstairs. There's just so much, the wine area. There's just so much more for you to see. So today you're going to get to see part 2 of the house tour, and on Wednesday, stay tuned because you will see part 3 of the house tour so that you can end up seeing everything that we did here at the Romer Estate. So let's get on with the tour. So in this direction, we have the kitchen. So basically the only thing I kept in this kitchen from what it was before was that backsplash on that wall and some of the cabinetry. Otherwise, everything got changed out. So this cabinetry was still the same cabinetry, we just repainted it, the original backsplash, and that's why I designed everything around that backsplash, because I wanted to keep that backsplash. So Restoration Hardware lighting everywhere. We did all gold hardware because I thought that turned out really pretty. Of course, I've already done the shout out for Anderson Tile and Granite, who did all the quartz in this house. So you'll see white quartz throughout this whole entire house, and that's who did all of my granite. I shouldn't say granite, it's all quartz. There's really no granite here whatsoever. So anyways, in the previous pictures, you'll remember that there were 3 windows right here. This actually was the end of the kitchen. and there were double set of doors there, double set of doors there, and that was the outside patio. So I created a much longer island, and remember the island top that used to be in here in the picture is now in Tashina's house. So we repurposed the beautiful wood countertop that didn't really go in my house anymore, but it fits perfectly in Tashina's house. So anyways, we added under-counter lighting everywhere to help lighten and brighten. We added beams everywhere. And of course, this area used to be the outside patio. And I said, I don't need an outside patio like this. So we literally tore it all out, poured more concrete, and created a sunroom area. So you're gonna remember from the pictures, all of this was wood flooring. It was all extremely dark wood flooring. But all the wood flooring were different levels, and you gotta remember when I brought Lamar home to this house, he was on a walker from his first 2 back surgeries, and that walker was scratching the hell out of the floors. He was different levels. It was hard for him to get around. So I said, let's just tear out all the wood flooring and let's put in cement, make everything level, and we put in all porcelain flooring. So we created this whole area, which is beautiful. I put in the panoramic doors. So of course, all of these doors slide open and the outside is inside, the inside is outside. So we'll flash up a picture here from the Fashion Woolens event that we did at Christmas time, where all of this was open and we did a massive tent over the swimming pool with the runway, and you'll see how it clearly created another venue for us to make the house even bigger for parties and whatnot. So anyways, we created this nice long bar. We have a dog toy on the floor. And then over here, this was really just a very country looking breakfast area. And when I created the wine room, I said, let's create a little wine tasting area. So we put a TV in here, upgraded the door from a country door to another beautiful glass door. And this is now my wine tasting area, my new wine cooler. And we extended the kitchen way out, brought in the Sub-Zeros, the coffee maker, and of course brought the stairs down this way instead of going the other way because I needed to make a pantry. So we reconfigured this whole area and created what we now call a really huge kitchen, but I wanted it to be light and airy. More beams everywhere. And then of course down this way, we have a catering kitchen. This hallway got more cabinetry added to it because the hallway was so incredibly wide that it allowed me to put more cabinetry in here. So we have even more storage because you know how women love storage. We have a catering kitchen that's getting some work done on it. So in here, we created even more cupboard space, more storage. We've got a computer desk area. We've got ovens, refrigerators, dishwashers. So we've got a nice little catering kitchen in here. And then in here, this used to be part of the garage, but it is now the laundry room. We tore out walls, put in a window, so the laundry room became much brighter and bigger. And we created a storage area under the stairs for toilet papers and paper towels, and of course a gift wrap station, because everybody needs to have a gift wrapping station, because that's the last thing you do before you go out the door. You gotta have a gift in tow when you go to see someone, and of course the door going out into the garage. So, literally created a pantry, artwork down the hallways. This is a secondary primary suite downstairs, so we have a guest bedroom downstairs also for our guests. So this is their guest bedroom, and of course their bathroom, which can be shared with the general public. We put in floating dressers in every bedroom, so all the dressers are attached to the walls that stay. This used to be an extremely tiny, tiny, tiny little shower, and so we tore out the shower, created a much larger space much nicer shower, brought everything up to speed, just more modern, contemporary, beautiful palette. Made it accessible for someone in a wheelchair to be able to roll right up, use the restroom, wash their hands. Everything is wheelchair accessible. So as I said, that is the last of the first floor. So you pretty much saw everything on the first floor. Between Friday's video and today's video, you have now seen the entire first floor. So part 3 will be on Wednesday. Part 3 is the entire second floor and finished apartment and out around the pool. You know, the outdoor living area, all of that out there. So anyways, like I said, I hope you understood today's message. Like I said, that is the whole reason why I watch these award shows, is because everyone has a story. Everyone's been on a journey. Everyone is on a journey. And you never know what someone's journey is until they tell you. And a lot of times, these actors and actresses don't really reveal their journey, or don't get a chance to reveal their journey until they are accepting an award. And that's when they're brought to tears, and that's when their story comes out. And I just think it's amazing that some of these people have been on these journeys for decades, but they continue to believe in themselves, and they continue to believe in their dream, and they just continue to put one step in front of the other and do what they have to do to try to make these dreams come true. And so I know each and every one of you out there has a dream, and it's just as important as the person sitting next to you's dream. Like, don't ever let someone tell you your dream's not important, because it is important to you. It may not be important to me, but it's important to you, and it's your life. You have to remember that. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's message. If you get a chance, check it out on the internet. You can find everything on the internet, but check it out on the internet and look up these people's acceptance speeches, because they are tearjerkers. They're just so amazing, and they're just, that's why I watch the award shows, just for fashion and for their messages, because they're just heartfelt. They're pretty much always crying because they're just on top of the world to see finally their dreams coming true. So with that said, I hope you entirely have the best day and the best week this week. Part 3 of the house tour is coming on Wednesday, so make sure you set your reminder to get notified when that video pops up, because it's going to be amazing. So with that said, guys, love you to the moon and back. And remember, we're launching the vault. We're launching the vault. We are launching the vault. You are going to want to get in on this. If you have ever wanted a class from me, if you've ever wanted to be mentored by me, if you've ever wanted my advice, if you've been one of those people that's reached out to me through an email or a DM and said, Teresa, and asked me questions, the vault is where all your questions are going to get answered, and you're going to want to be a part of it. So stay tuned, get ready. Like, it's supposed to be happening this week, so I'm praying that it does. I hope we roll it out with no problems, but you never know with the internet. So with that said, guys, check out my link tree. All of my social media information is in my link tree, so if you're trying to find me on other platforms, check it out. You can find everything there. And with that said, bye-bye.